Sure. Yeah, absolutely go for it.
Okay. Hey Matt, one of the questions that I get quite a lot is, the people hear about that you can use whole life insurance for individuals, and
Mhm.
some people are even aware that you can put policies on kids and
Yeah.
from 16 days old, and people don't necessarily think about insurance in that regard, but we'll do another video on that and how it works really well for kids. But what I want to ask you today is, like, some people say, well, like, I have a corporation, or I have, some structures that I'm wanting to sort of use it in. Like, is it possible to choose where I put my policy? Do I have to own it personally, even if I have a corporation? Like, how does that work, Matt?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually extremely similar to how whole life insurance works on your life. The actual only really big difference here is the corporation's going to own the policy on a key employee. That could be yourself as a business owner or one of your key employees in the business. So a lot of times they want to do that because, I mean, it opens up a whole new pathway to tax planning down the road. For these corporations. And obviously, something that kind of sticks out for business owners is what, Liz? Paying less taxes. And so, though it works almost identical to like the process with a whole life policy owned personally and a whole life policy owned corporately, there are huge benefits to doing this within your corp if you're a business owner. And that is because something called the capital dividend account. Now, we're not going to get into that in this video, but if you guys want to explore that, it's something that I think every single business owner should be aware of because it's not really talked about in the financial industry. And especially, it's not talked about with just generic life insurance agents. And so, a lot of times, business owners will miss out on like the full benefits of this just because their advisor is not even aware or their agent is not aware of how valuable a whole life insurance policy can be being placed inside their corporation. And oftentimes, they get to end of life kind of estate planning time, where they're going to deal with a lot, the next generation is going to deal with a lot of tax consequences for all the success that business owner had throughout their life. And they're not going to reap the full rewards of setting up a whole life insurance personal or corporately rather than inside the, sorry, they're not going to reap the full rewards when it comes to end of lifetimes just because they didn't have the proper structure putting the life insurance policy inside the corp.
Yeah, and I think a couple of other things, Matt, as well, like in terms of like during the business owner's lifetime. So a couple of things that come up that people often don't think about. So let's say you and I are in business together,